Hi fire signs, welcome to your love reading for March 2025. This reading is for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We're going to use this deck for the majority of the reading, but I'm also going to use this deck to do an X spread later on. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. I'm going to pull 9 cards, but I'm going to start with only 3. We have Queen of Air. King of Earth. And 4 of Fire. Okay, so let's go ahead and start here. So it's interesting that right away we have 2 people cards. Let's go ahead and look at those. So we have the Queen of Air. This would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Some of you can be connecting with an air sign. This can be the person that you're with. It can also be somebody new coming into your life if you're single. We also have the King of Earth, which is the King of Pentacles. This would be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Now, because we have these 2 people cards with the 4 of Fire, which is the 4 of Wands, I feel like if you're starting a relationship with either an air sign or an earth sign, I feel like this could lead to something serious. The 4 of Wands does have to do with commitment, a long-term relationship, marriage, or a live-in relationship. So I feel like if you're single fire signs and you're meeting that, that air sign, that earth sign, something significant could manifest. Now, if you're already coupled and your person is not an air sign or an earth sign, the earth sign, let's start with the King. This can represent that your person can become more committed to you. So if you're just dating, or if you're connected to this person but you're not engaged or you're not in a live-in relationship, this person can be ready to commit to you on a new level. The King of Earth and the Queen are about stability and nurturing, very loving and caring partners. So you could see a sudden change in the person that you're in a relationship with, where they're more committed to you, they're more committed to your marriage or your relationship. Now we also have the Queen of Air, the Queen of Swords. So if your person is not an air sign, this can represent a lot of mental energy around you or your partner. Now, the Queen of Swords is all about analyzing and kind of disconnecting a little emotionally and kind of looking at everything very carefully, but more from a mental perspective rather than emotions. So you could be kind of analyzing like how your relationship is going, how your partner is kind of living up to your expectations as far as what you want or what you need. There could be a lot of analyzing when it comes to your relationship. Let me get 3 more so we can continue the message. What other messages are there for the fire signs? Okay, we've got Love, which is the Lover's card. What other messages are there for the fire signs? 6 of Water, which is the 6 of Cups. And 5 of Air. Okay, so let's look at these. So this is interesting. What's interesting here is that we've got the 6 of Cups, which the 6 of Cups has to do with people from the past, emotions from the past, kind of being very nostalgic and kind of looking at the past from a very nostalgic perspective. And this is really interesting with the Lover's card and the 5 of Swords. So for some of you, there can be, you could be spending a lot of time thinking about an ex in the month of March. And remember, we are going to do an X spread. For some of you, could be hearing from someone from the past. We have the Lovers here, so I feel like for some of you, you may still kind of carry a torch for this person. You could have very strong feelings for them, but also, the Lover's card also represents a big decision, sometimes having to choose between 2 very significant relationships. So some of you may have moved on, and then bam, here comes an ex, and you have to decide. But we also have the Five of Air. And the Five of Air is always, kind of a red flag, because it is kind of saying to choose wisely. Be careful when making a decision. You don't want to look back and think, I wish I could just redo that. I wish I could go back and make a different decision. It can represent sabotage and an empty victory. So, I'm going to get confirmation for the Five of Swords, but I feel like for some of you, if an ex pops up in the month of March and says that they've changed, I feel like you have to be careful that that is actually true. Let me get some cards from another deck and see what comes up. Let's confirm the Five of Swords. What other messages are there for the Five of Swords? Yeah, we've got Temperance. So Temperance is kind of like, it's kind of saying stop and don't make any major decisions. So some of you can be happy to hear from someone from the past, but you may need to hear more. This person may have some explaining to do. Let's get a few more. What other messages are there around the Five of Swords? The Emperor. So, I feel, the Emperor has to do with inner power, authority, standing your ground. I feel like this is saying don't give this person all of your power. Don't give this person too much power, especially if you did that in the past, and they misuse that power. I feel like you have to be extra cautious around forgiving someone that is coming back around. What other messages do we have around the Five of Air? Queen of Wands. So this can be someone from the past that is a fire sign as well, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or this can also be your energy. Now, the Queen of Wands also is saying, this is fiery energy. This is saying take action. Some of you may have to really speak your mind around your ex. You may have something to say. This person may have really hurt you. And so you have to be cautious, kind of making a decision whether you're going to get involved with this person or not. Okay, let me get a few more. Okay, sorry about that, fire signs. I didn't want to cough in your reading. Let me get 3 more. What other messages are there for the fire signs? Okay, we've got Queen of Fire. Nine of Fire. And Messenger of Fire. That's a lot of fiery energy. A lot of fiery energy. We've got Queen of Fire, Nine of Fire, Messenger of Fire, 4 of Fire. So, I feel like this can be a really passionate month for you. There could be a lot of fiery energy. You might know exactly what you want, who you want. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bottom row. So, this reading is for fire signs, so I feel like this represents you. But if you're connected with another fire sign, then this could also represent their energy. Now, we have the Messenger of Fire, which in this deck, this is the Knight of Wands. So I feel like, you're determined to move forward in your relationships. Either you're determined to move forward and finding somebody new if you're moving on from an ex, or you're determined to move forward and meet somebody new if you're single. But we also have the Nine of Fire here, the Nine of Wands, which is kind of the opposite, because the Nine of Wands, you're feeling kind of protective. So some of you, is feeling protective and guarded, not wanting to wear your heart on your sleeve. So let me take a look at both of these cards. So some of you may really want to move forward with someone, because we do have like 3 people in this reading, 4 if we count the Messenger of Fire. So you can be really determined to find happiness, to find love, and to make things work. You want to see something significant come of this person that you're in a relationship with, or the new person that you met. But I feel like part of you may be feeling, kind of protective and like, is this too good to be true? The Nine of Fire is not exactly a kind of open-hearted energy. It's more of like very cautious, even paranoid, especially for those of you that are connecting with someone from the past. and the messages around it. Like, you know, you have to be careful that this person truly has changed, and that, you know, you don't have regrets later on. Let me get some more from the confirmation deck. Let me see where I left that. Okay, here it is. What other messages are there for fire signs? We've got 3 of Wands. What other messages are there for the fire signs? King of Wands. Okay, so that's really weird. Now we have the King and the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands. What other messages are there for the fire signs? 8 of Swords. So I'll put that there. Yeah, so I mean, I still feel like, you know, you're, obviously this is your energy, but now we have the King and the Queen of Wands. So I feel like you're very determined to keep a relationship together. Like, you don't want to let this person go. You're determined to make a relationship succeed, or, you know, you really want to go to a higher level of commitment. But I also feel like, you know, something is kind of preventing that. We've got the 8 of Swords, you know, which has to do with feeling stuck and fear not letting you take the next step. I feel like this could be coming from the person that you're with. Because I mean, we have the 3 of Wands here telling you to be cautious. Sorry, not be cautious, be patient. The 3 of Wands is about timing and kind of saying that your timing will come. For some of you, like, you want this commitment. You either want a live-in relationship, or you want a marriage or an engagement. And, you know, you have some really powerful energy this month. But I feel like, you know, you may kind of be feeling like, how do I make this happen? How do I get what I want from this person? Or how am I going to meet that perfect person? The 3 of Wands is telling you that, you know, your efforts are not in vain. Everything that you're doing to manifest a perfect relationship or to manifest a change in your marriage, like, you're not wasting your time. You are kind of building something significant, which we see here with the 4 of Fire and the Lover's card. But the 3 of Wands is kind of asking you to be patient with everything unfolding. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the X spread. Okay, fire signs, let's see what you need to hear about your ex. And this is as far as how they're feeling about you. Do they want you back? Let's see what's going on. Tell us about the fire signs X for March 2025. 4 of Cups. Let's start with 3. Tell us about the fire signs X's as far as March 2025. Temperance. Tell me about the fire signs X's as far as March 2025 and the Moon. Wow. Okay, so let's start here. I mean, we're starting with the 4 of Cups. You know, this is a card of depression, being unfulfilled, being, you know, kind of feeling emotionally numb and not caring. So, I mean, I feel like this person is in a very emotional place. It's like nothing makes them happy. When you're in that 4 of Cups kind of energy, like, you know, you see the cup being offered here to the person, their arms are folded, they don't care. It's like, you know, this person is in such a dark place that nothing matters. They don't care about anything. And it's interesting that we also have the Moon, because the Moon is telling us that this person could be really confused. And that definitely makes sense with Temperance here. Because I feel like, you know, this person, this is not a card of action. This is a card of, you know, trying to take, you know, kind of baby steps as far as change, not making kind of big changes in your life. So I feel like this person is kind of very unhappy. Maybe as far as, you know, relationships, they could be bored. If they left you for another person, they could be very bored in that relationship. But the Moon is saying they're very confused, they're very emotional, they're very lost. I also feel like this card has to do with kind of self-deceit. If this person left you, they could be still trying to convince themselves that it was for the best. But the Moon is kind of self-deceit and kind of working against yourself. Let me get a few more, see what else is going on with your person. What else do the fire signs need to hear about their ex? Yeah, here's that confusion again. 7 of Cups, being emotionally scattered, kind of overwhelmed by choices. What else do the fire signs need to hear about their exes? Justice. So, I mean, with justice, this can represent them kind of feeling like, you know, they did you wrong. Obviously, an injustice, perhaps an apology. This person may want to apologize to you. Let me get one more. What else do the fire signs need to hear about their ex? 8 of Swords. So it's interesting that this card would come up because this came up in the first spread that we did. And here it is again. I think it came up from the confirmation deck over here. So, I mean, I feel like this person, your ex, is feeling pretty stuck. I feel like fear is not allowing this person to make a move. With the 8 of Swords, you kind of feel like your hands are tied behind your back and you feel like you can't take any type of action, which kind of makes sense with what we have here with the moon being a major arcana of fear and confusion. And then that message repeating itself over here. This person is lost and doesn't know what to do as far as their options. They are thinking that maybe they were really unfair to you with the Justice card here. But I feel like this person is kind of in such a weird place emotionally that, you know, they're not jumping the gun. They're not wanting to make any big moves right now. Let's get 3 more. What else do the fire signs need to hear about their ex? 8 of Cups. So the 8 of Cups does have to do with kind of walking away, turning your back on something to find happiness. So now we've got 4 of Cups, 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups. Let's see what comes with that. What else do the fire signs need to hear about their ex? 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is happiness and a happily ever after. 5 of Cups. Interesting. There are so many cups in this reading. So, I mean, I kind of see here that, you know, this person is 4 and 5 of Cups. We're asking kind of what's going on with your ex, and they've got 2 of like the depression cards in the tarot. Kind of feeling bored, unhappy, and unfulfilled. Like nothing fills them. And, you know, this is a card of depression as well. This is feeling crushed and unable to move on, mourning the loss of a relationship. So I kind of feel that, I mean, this person maybe felt that they needed to move on for whatever reason, but now they're kind of dwelling maybe on their mistake, which is why we have the Justice card right in the middle of the spread. But, you know, we still see that this person is thinking of your relationship. We've got the 10 of Cups, which is a happy relationship, a happily ever after. I feel like you could still have this happy ending with this person. This is not someone who has moved on emotionally, but I do see, you know, kind of repeat card here, here, and here, that this person is feeling pretty stuck as far as maybe taking action towards you, apologizing. It's like they don't know where to start. Let me get a few from the confirmation deck. What else do the fire signs need to hear about their ex? Page of Swords. Two of Cups. And 6 of Pentacles. So, I mean, you have the Minor Arcana Soulmate card here. And remember, here we're looking at their perspective, how this person is feeling, what do they want, what's going on with them. And we see here that, you know, this person still kind of considers you their soulmate. There's still very deep feelings here. This person still feels that connection to you. We've got the Page of Swords. So I feel like this person, you know, they have a lot they want to say to you. They're not allowing themselves to, because that's what I see everywhere in the spread. They're not allowing themselves to, but I feel like this person wants to be completely honest with you. So some of you can be kind of hearing from your ex this month, but I feel like, you know, they're not being completely honest with themselves right now, because that's not what I see right here. They have a lot they want to say. I feel like part of that is that they still care. They still love you. And we have the 6 of Pentacles. So, you know, this is them wanting to give you the relationship that you deserve. You know, they do feel like they wronged you. Like, you know, you didn't deserve what they did. I feel like here, you know, they are thinking that, you know, you deserve more, and they want to give you that relationship that, you know, that was lost. Okay, fire signs, this has been your love reading for March 2025. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you again soon.